All right. All right, just waiting for y'all to come join me. What's up? I see two of y'all now. Sorry if anyone was waiting earlier. I was actually setting up to come on here. I called my husband about what the plans were tonight, and he said that he was planning on going live. So I put myself off until he was done. Kaya squeezing, what's up? Shalimaya, hi. Shalima. I always get your name messed up. I'm sorry. Hey, Incognita. Okay. The purpose of this live is an update on the girlfriend. Apparently, I wasn't scary enough for her day one, because when I came home from getting my hair done today, my son was out there mowing the grass, and all his chores were done, and then he went right in and took a shower, and I just got a text, another girlfriend live. Yep, and there'll be more to come. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy everybody's here. So anyway, he gets his chores done, goes in the shower, comes out, gets dressed, sprays, some stuff on, and he's like, am I free to go? I don't know. Where are you going? Oh, we're going to go out tonight. Hey, Sandra. Oh, we are we? Where are we going? Dave & Buster's. Okay. Then we had that talk again. Because the other night, my husband and I did the whole kind of birds and the bees talk. It was, he suited and booted. Hey, Danny. Hey, Donald. Thank you. Matt likes it. So I just turned into wearing red all the time. When I was younger, my mom used to tell me not to wear red lipstick because that's what hookers wear. Maybe that's why my husband likes it. Anyway, so the birds and the bees talk, hey, peace and love, went a little something like this. Jay, we have to talk about a curfew because, girlfriend, this, that, the next thing. Okay, that's how I started out. I'm like, prom. Hey, gamer, how are you? Prom night. I said, what is over at 11, right? Yeah. Okay, so like, okay, 1 o'clock is a decent time, I guess, right? For them to come home. And Matt was like, yeah, fine. And then we gave him times for all the rest of the nights of the damn week and weekends. So Matt starts talking about wearing a condom. And he goes straight in from no babies in the house, no girlfriend moving in, wear a condom, always be safe. Some girls will trick you, say they're on the pill, and then you get trapped. Well, let a girl trap my son, I'll kill her. That's number one. Number two, my husband then goes into, I'm not going to lie, son. It feels way better to go bareback. Are you fucking kidding me? I just looked at him like, I said, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just telling him the truth. And I was like, no. And he goes, stop. AB conversation, see your way out. We're men, you're a woman. I'm like, it's just about to go down now. Got an axe in my freaking hand. Taking care of wood at the wood fire, the fire pit. Wood for the fire pit. Motherfucker tells me to shut up and mind my business because women and men don't see eye to eye on this subject. You know what this woman sees? I see eye to eye on every subject with everyone, man, woman, fucking dog. I don't care who the hell you are. Be a damn horse. I know what you're talking about. But my husband, on the other hand, continues to go in and in and in on the it feels better bareback. Then he says, once again, don't forget, we're not moving nobody in this house because thank you, Chris. Thank you, Tammy. He says, because we're just not doing it. And he's like, and how are you going to make it on your own with this girl and a baby on the salary you're making at the job you have? Because I have plans for him, to go into a career after he graduates high school. I'm like speechless. Husband keeps going. I'm like, will you shut the fuck up? He's like, I'm just giving him the truth. I'm telling him like it is. Like, you know what? How about you just fucking tell him, wear that fucking condom or keep your dick in your pants? How about you tell him to make sure you always have a condom on you? How about you tell him that not only do you need to have a condom on you, but that chick can also be responsible for buying them herself and keeping them in her fucking purse. And I told my husband, hey, Dazed. Hey, Cherokee. I told my husband, I'm like, she's been with at least 3 dudes, 18 years old at least. He's like, how do you know? I said, you can tell by looking at her. I know I said this on my last live about this chick. So my husband's like, you don't know that. She's only 18, blah, 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 blah. Talking to my son today. I'm like, being real, being honest, telling him the truth. Expectations. Hey, what's up, Dad? Thank you. I'm like, I know you like her. I know she likes you because she literally readjusted her schedule to match his, so they have the same days off. Fucking lovely. Fucking lovely. Not only do they work together, but now they're off the same days at the same times. Bitch, get a life. Go home. Do your homework. Keep your legs shut. So my son and I are chit-chatting. Thank you, Mama. Thank you so much. And I'm like, Jay, she's been with at least 3 people, minimum, between 3 to 5. He's like, Mom, I know how many people she's been with. I've talked to her. We talk. We're honest and open. Okay. Well, then tell me, Ja, how many people has your 18-year-old girlfriend been with? He says 4. Then he says, oh, I'm like, listen, Jay, I'm like, first, I'm like, I told y'all, I know a hoe when I see a hoe. You went fucking straight out the gate. I saw her walk out that car. I'm like, hell no. You know that song. I like my women, and I like them on the trashy side. Yeah. Well, that's what I saw. The song went right through my damn head. Hey, Kitty, thank you so much. That song went right through my head when she's walking out. Okay. He's bringing a smut home for his first girlfriend. What can I expect, He's 19 after all. Whatever. So I'm like, that doesn't affect you? That doesn't upset you? Your first girl that you like, that likes you back, like girlfriend, has been with 4 people already, and you're still a virgin? No. It's like, Jay, like, you need to wait at least 6 months to see if y'all are even compatible, if you even like each other. You don't even know if you're going to be together that long, Meanwhile, Mac's telling him, look, I can't tell you what to do. If you want to get sucked off at the prom, that's up to you. If you want to get laid at the prom, that's up to you. First of all, mama said knock you the fuck out. Okay, that's first. Second of all, I told my son tonight, I will kill you. Don't make me kill her. He's like, well, Mom, he's like, 6 months. I'm like, yeah, at least 6 months. You need to know the girl. You need to get to know her. Get to see if y'all actually like mesh well, right? You don't know that. I mean, and I'm saying 6 months just because I don't think they're going to make it to 6 months. Then he's like, 6 months is a long time. You're already done waited 19 years. 6 fucking more months ain't going to kill you. Your dick ain't going to fall off in 6 months. So then he said, well, her longest relationship she's ever been in is 6 months. I said, I just upped it to 9 months, Jay. He's like, 9 months? I'm like, 9 fucking months. Like, you need to beat her longest relationship. Like, that chick's 18 years old, been with 4 dudes, and she's only been with them up to 6 months. Hey, Ash. Hey, baby. Hope you're doing good. I'm all flip-flopping about the wind. I'm just getting all pissed off. I'm going to fucking put my hair back and knock someone out right now just because I'm talking about this shit. So, Tammy said I needed my first weight 9 months. Well, you know what? As soon as I found out that, she's begging everyone under the sun, or at least 4 people, and within up to a 6 month period of time, I'm like 9 months. Then he goes in his room and he opens his drawer. He goes, pulls out a condom. Boy, I know you are not fucking showing me that right now. He's like, well, Matt gave them to me. Okay. Can't be mad at that, right? Looking out. He's a young adult now, right? It's better. Thank you, Patricia, so much. You didn't have to do that. Mwah, I love you. Good fathering, right? Parenting. Looking out for the boy. Young adult, young male. And then my other son is like, hey, Donna. Hey, how are ya? You didn't know about that, Mom? He's like, that's where Jason keeps his candy. Yeah, under the stack of pornos, there's condoms and candy. Matt gave him those too. Thank you, Raz. Oh, great. What? Yeah. Then put your damn condoms on while you're jerking off to the Playboys that your daddy gave you. How about that? Stop fucking making me wash crunchy ass socks. How about that? Yeah. So then we get to talking. Because I said, she's welcome to come back anytime. Because, I'd like to. Thank you, Patricia. You were awesome. You don't have to do that. I appreciate it, though. It really means a lot. Because I gotta get to know her, right? I mean, I have to. Open mic night is right. You ain't fucking lying. He's like, well, I told her she can come back anytime, and that you said she's always welcome. I'm like, okay. And what'd she say? Bobby, he did. He's like, she said that would be really nice because then she gets to see the cat and the dog again and all the animals. So what about your mother? She'll want to see me again? He's like, oh, no. She wants to see you too. She never said nothing bad about you. She's excited. She's happy. You invited her back. Okay, so she wants to see the dog, the cat, the animals, and then your mother. I come after a bunch of furry things. He's like, no, that's not what I meant. I just said it backwards. Fucking bet that's exactly what you did. I bet. Next thing you know, he's going to be keeping his fucking dog in the drawer with his candy and his pornos and his fucking condoms. Whoopsies, let me show you my dog. Ah! What do I have here? A condom. And look, if that doesn't turn you on, here's a fucking magazine. Let's go and sit there and read. Because, like, guys, their favorite excuse is like, well, at the back of the Playboys, there's jokes. And we just have to read the jokes. We're not really jerking off to pictures. Just reading the jokes. Because now we have man jokes, manly man jokes. So tell each other. It's not what he said. It's what I was thinking in my head. Anyway, so what time are you coming home tonight? He was like, I'm not really sure. We didn't really plan anything, but he left at like 4:15-ish. And he doesn't have a time that he's coming home yet. He hasn't texted me, but I'll be messaging him right after I'm done with this live. I promise you that. Anyway, so you're right, P. It's all about the fucking articles. I'm going to take a Sharpie marker and I'm going to write on the front page, in the middle, like every other 3 pages, don't have sex. If you have sex, wear a condom. After you're done having sex wearing said condom, do not let your mother find out. Next page. Because she will kill you both. Next page. The end. So clearly, I thought I did good. It went well. Like I said, it went well. I put it out there. I don't think I did a good enough job because now her schedule switched at work. They're going out. He's going to meet her mother. Monkey, what's going on? And thank you. I missed y'all too. Yes. I hope you're doing well. He's like, we might come back here later. He said she can go back. Like, what time you thinking, Jen? I don't know. After we're done there. Before I bring her home. Okay. Well, I said, hey, Cat Scratch. St. Elmo's Fire, what's up? Does her mother work outside the home? I imagine. Who the hell knows anymore? I don't fucking know. But I'm like, well, I'm planning to go to dinner tonight. And she's not out here. If I'm not here, if Matt's not here, we're both together, not here in one way or another in this house. He says, do you really think I'm going to do anything in this house? I said, no. You know why? You'll never have sex in this house. Never. Because I'll kill you. He's like, well, there's that. And my brother's home. Can't have sex with him home. He'll just be annoying me by banging on the door, knocking on the door. I'm like, oh boy, she's not coming here. You're already talking about what's going through your head, what you thought. You thinking about this now? Really? You thinking about it? You thought hard enough about it that you have to plan it around everybody else? My brother's going to be messing around, banging on the door? That went through your head? Boy, I said 6 months. Before that, I said 6 months. I said you ain't losing your virginity until I tell you can. Now you're thinking about ways to get around it. He's like, I'm going to have to, plan it perfectly. Like a night that he goes to his dad's house for the weekend. I'm like, because, you and Matt go out. Well, you know what? From here on out, I will not be going out anywhere when my son's not going to his daddy's house, because if my older son is making me feel he's not cooperating with me on this sex issue, then I guess I'm just going to have to stay home. Thank you so much. I had my hair dyed. No more grays. And then I had it straightened in. I'm going back in a couple weeks to get a keratin treatment. So I'm like, I'm kind of loving it, but the wind's kind of like throwing it everywhere. Plus, I'm a pain in the ass. I'm always fucking with my hair. It's like, do your hair just so you can mess it up. Son is 19 and girlfriend is 18. And she's had sex with 4 people. And her longest relationship was 6 months. Looks fabulous. Thank you. Radiant and beautiful. Thank you, Kitty. Y'all are just amazing. I love these compliments. You guys are just like buttering me up. Like, which one of y'all are taking me to dinner tonight? Because my husband, well, we all know where he is. Working out, making big boy muscles. I need a bleach and a new pink. Oh, I always do it black. That's just easy. Easier that way. My hair's dark brown anyway. It actually started because I was a fucking rebel. And my mom would never let me dye my hair black when I was a kid because she's like, it looks blue in the sun, and you're gonna look trashy, and can't wear red lipstick because hookers wear lipstick. Well, I got black hair and I have lipstick on. I guess I'm trashy. Well, I ain't first class, but I ain't white trash. I'm wild and a little crazy too. Some girls don't like boys like me. Oh, but some girls do. I thought it was funny because Grandpa was sure. Yes, 6 months. At least 6 months. Right now, at least. And now I know that she freaking has her longest relationship is 6 months and she's been with 4 people. Now I'm like, up the ante, bro. If you don't think that I will be here every second of every minute of every day that you bring that girl over. Start coming home late from work. I'll drive up there and wait for you to come out of work just to watch you drive home. Mama don't play that. Not at all. Let him get, yeah, Dev. Matt's just fucking off the chain. The world knows since she announced the Rex. I'm just yapping. You guys are just chatting amongst yourselves. That's okay. It's cool though. I'm happy about it. I have no idea where the mother works, if she works. I know that her father's in Mexico right now, and she's not sure exactly when he's coming back, so that doesn't really tell me stability in a marriage situation. 18, doesn't have a curfew. Half a whore already. No, that's what it is. All of y'all are just loving it. Like, oh my God, a safety survival kit for guys. It's my son told me yesterday that he's bringing a girl over, but I need to hide because he doesn't want me to meet her because it's nothing serious. Oh, hell no. I'll be on that front porch. Hey! Hi, how are you? Come on in. Come on down. Let's come sit next to me. Come by, mama. Fucking hide. Bitch, I'll chase you with a bat. You go hide. She's mine. Yes, crunchy socks. My boy's been doing laundry. Oh, my God. I don't even let Matt do the laundry. He did laundry once and he bleached like every day. And the first and only time he ever ran the dishwasher, he just saw dish detergent. Didn't really pay attention to the fact that it was Dawn dish soap. Just dumped in. And then I hear about 30 minutes later, babe, come here. Let me tell you what. When you hear him yell, babe, come here, or babe, or I need you, or hey, babe, I love you. It's just like your whole world crashes down because I don't know what the fuck he done did, but I know he done did something, and it's probably going to make me mad. I walk into the kitchen. Probably like that high. Bubbles everywhere. Water, bubbles. And Matt going, it says dish detergent. Well, thank God the washer and dryer are not next to you. My dishwasher, because he might have used, laundry detergent. In any case, he proceeds to step away at that point while I clean the mess. But it's okay because you know what? The floor was spotless. The dishes, well, they needed to be rinsed a couple times, but they were good too. I mean, after all, he how do you get mad at a man who tries, right? He gave it his best, right? A for effort. That's what we say, right? A for effort. Joys of having a wife. Simple tasks are rocket science. I used to love to cook, but when I found my guy, I love it. Hey, baby boy. And here's my moo-moo. Hippity hoppity. Such a little shithead. When my brother was younger, his idea of doing dishes was throwing them out. Oh my God. I asked if I could throw them in the air and use them like clay targets as target practice. Yeah, no, I never agreed to that. Also, I don't know about you guys, but when I was younger, 16, 17, I had a really good friend, and he said that he does not wear mixed match socks because he thought it was bad luck. I don't believe in that whole bad luck, juju nonsense. None of that crap. However, be careful. However, to this day, I still match my socks. And I get so freaking annoyed with it. I hate socks. I hate socks so much. You know how many pairs of socks I have in this house? And the only ones I know are mine because they have like little pink heels and toes or blue or green. I can tell mine from everybody else's. My son's wearing my damn socks now. Anyway, I have a list of bad luck things. Anyway, so I'm like, I have my pile, put them in a bag, and I stick them by the washer and dryer. And I call that the lonely singles bag because, sometimes it takes 3 or 4 loads before you find matches for every sock. And after 3 loads, if I can't find matches to every sock, then that lonely single gets put in my bucket that I take outside to burn. So one day I'm like, why can't I just burn all the damn socks? And by noon. But yeah, I wasn't allowed to do that. Nobody ever likes the ideas I have, but you can flood my kitchen with soap and fucking knee-high water, and that's cool. But Lord help it if I burn all the socks or use the dishes as target practice. I mean, nobody ever lets me have any fun. I swear to God. Whenever it's like I have a really good idea, everyone else is just like, not a good idea. But I mean, have y'all ever had like a really good idea? Such a good idea that it's going to make your life 10 times easier. This job's going to get done 10 times faster. So you do it against everybody else's judgment, right? They're saying, not a good idea. It's a good idea. It's a good idea until you do it. You end up getting hurt. You start bleeding. You have to super glue your cuts together, wrap it up with duct tape. And then you're like, maybe I should have listened. I'll remember that next time. Yeah, I never remember. I always learn the hard way. I gotta mess up at least. Like I have to do the same thing like 3 or 4 times before I like learn my lesson.
There's broken glass on the floor.
Snickers. Like this is my 3rd marriage, so if this one doesn't work out, then clearly I've learned my lesson because I'll never be a 4th. And also, you'll never know where Matt went. His career on YouTube will be gone because he will be on vacation. Never to be seen or heard from again. Kind of like this adorable little girl who wants to de-virgin my son. Give the unmatched socks to your son. I can't handle it. We use paper plates. I actually do I started doing paper plates and plastic forks and cups and whatnot. Because he's the dishwasher. And every now and then he likes to protest. They always wait around and complain about the dishes. But you know what the worst thing about all that is? Is when my dishwasher goes on vacation. Like every other weekend when he goes to his dad's house.
Hey.
Well, who the hell's going to do the dishes? Not Matt. Everything makes it in the dishwasher, but yeah. We don't have a dishwasher anymore because thank you, higher power. We got a new one. It was brand new out of a model home. Person bought the house and decided they wanted to upgrade, and they got rid of it, put it in the Goodwill, and the Goodwill sold it for like $50, brand spanking new, not a scratch on it, right? Here comes Matt the builder, installs my dishwasher. Something happened. It fill up, but it wouldn't drain all the way. You know, nasty, dirty food, water sits for a while, and you don't realize it because you're not looking. You're just washing dishes, and you take them out. Especially when the kids do it, like they're not paying attention to the puddle of water at the bottom until you start smelling it. So you realize something's up. Now mom has to go look. Like I said, don't necessarily know exactly what happened, but whatever Matt did, he only did it half right. But he'll tell you the dishwasher was faulty. Who am I? I'm just a girl. Got to see my way out. Because, I don't see eye to eye with a man when I have talks about things, when they work on things together. They bend over and their butt cracks hanging out like a plumber. And they're serious. They got that serious look on their face because they are down for it. This shit's going down. He's going to run this town tonight. And then shit happens and I hear, babe. Yeah, I need you. Hey, Val. What's up? So you see, I was doing this. Okay. And I did that. Okay. And I did. Just get to the fucking point. What did you do? What didn't you do? What do you need? Well, I was a single mom for a long time, and it turns out I'm pretty fucking handy with tools, building things, fixing things. We've done construction jobs together. And people are like, the foreman on the job that hired us to work to do the construction jobs literally told the dude that was running the show, his wife works harder than half the men that we have on the crew. Fucking all right, because the wife wants to get paid. I ain't doing this shit because it's fun. I'm sunbathing on the beach drinking cocktails right now. And I'm busting my ass building or destroying something. So fucking right, I'm working harder than them. I don't know why, but when I get soaked every time. My son, you're not one over there? Hi. Yeah, you heard him say hi. He does dishes, and every time he does dishes, it's like they spray everywhere, water's everywhere, and then you can tell he hasn't washed his feet in probably 5 months because then there's muddy footprints all over the place. So my freshly cleaned, mopped floor now has, bye kitty, it now has water and muddy footprints all over it. Wonderful. That ranks up there right next to my kid losing his virginity. Oh, I'd rather deal with muddy footprints than that. You don't have enough of that, right? After you lose your virginity, you're all starstruck. And, I'm in love. She ain't in love. I'll buy you a pocket pussy. Be in love with that. I'll even get one that vibrates. How about that? I had my honey and son-in-law build a deck around the pool. See, Matt and I do most of our house projects together. We rescreened this entire porch. There's nothing that we really don't build or do together. We do all the projects, and it's cheaper. We know what we want. We know what to expect, and it turns out right. I don't gotta pay anybody, so it works out. Plus, bonding, cussing, hurting yourselves, running around, sweating like a bunch of idiots. It's fun. It's real fun. Fun. See, it talks so damn much. My cigarette always goes out. So, yeah. Anywho, I'm not really sure exactly what to think or do about said girlfriend, because of the simple fact that, hey, Noodle, it does not seem like she's going anywhere anytime soon. You know how thrilled that makes me? I mean, most parents would be like, oh, I'm so happy he's finally had a girlfriend. Well, this parent remembers being 19. Hey, Valentina, how are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm happy. I'm happy for him. It's nice, right? It's nice. I should be proud. I should be happy. It's a good thing, learning experience, blah, 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 blah. The more you protest, the longer they'll be together. Pete, I know. Thank you, Noodle. It's not often I put effort into myself, but I have a really hot date tonight. So sometimes you gotta try to look the part. But yeah, I'm not really sure what to do. I guess I gotta be nice and put my foot in my mouth, right? So anyway, yeah. What's the update on the girlfriend? $19, Valentina. I'm just not sure how to feel about the fact that she's so young and has been with so many people in such a short amount of time. And my son still doesn't even know how to put his fucking shirt on the right way. He thinks he's gonna get laid. Who's the hot date? My husband. I'm not really sure where we're going. I wanted to go to this place down on the water, and it closes at 9, so I figured we'd take a walk down by the beach. Something nice. But he was actually thinking, he was like, it's funny you said that. I was thinking about taking you to dinner. Oh, nice. Thinking about taking me out. And we start talking about places, and he's actually thinking of places in the same general area, just not the place that I was talking about. So we've never been to the place I was talking about. I just figured it would be worth trying. Who knows? That one, he'll be home, and he won't tell me. He will tell me if the girl's here.
Yes.
Matt,
Smoke and Bunny.
He is the man of the hour. He is the man of every second of every day.
He escaped.
And I'm a lucky girl. That's all I can say. Even with minor incidences and him needing me to help him fix shit. He's definitely awesome.
Whoa.
I always tell him there's nothing in this world he cannot do at all, because he's so talented, super smart, can figure out anything, can literally do anything. And if he can't do it, alone, we do it together. Or even if you can do it alone, we still do it together. And like whatever he doesn't know how to do, I usually can compensate and help him with, and vice versa. Like we're a great team. We learn a lot from each other, and with working with each other. I know the sun always goes down right there. It sucks, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
so it works out well. He's a good dude. I'm proud of him.
Look at me.
He'll always be their baby. Remember to keep him vigilant. I know. Toxic signs, because lots of narcissistic pricks on the rise, especially this new generation, codependent ones.
What?
To look out for. And you know what my son says? He's ready to settle down. You think? You didn't even hit 21 yet. Wait till you start going to the bar and you start deciding you're going to take a bitch outside by the dumpster real quick. Everybody has to have like those bar fuck ups, right?
Do I blend it?
Kind of. Yeah, you do.
Let's go.
Yeah, you do. So it's like, no, you're not settling down. And he's like, but I just want to take care of someone. Take care of your brother. Walk your dog more.
Yeah, bro.
If I need something, take care of your mama. Go fetch whatever she's requesting.
I found a good spot.
He said he wants to settle down and take care of someone for freaking 19 years old. What's she going to think when he's out of high school and he starts this career that I have him lined up for? And then he's working long hours, possibly on call for, jobs, because I have him set up with a really good company. They actually pay him to apprentice. A lot of places, don't pay you for your apprenticeships at all. So
Probably distracting.
it's nice that he'll get paid. He'll have 3 days on the job, and he'll have 2 days in the office doing the classwork. The faster you get your stuff done and you graduate, the faster you move on. I mean, I'm an electrician. Yeah. So as soon as he does that, he just has to put his all into it, get through that apprenticeship. Then he becomes a licensed Sparky and gets a hella raise. You know what happens there, right? People have electric issues at night, right? Electricians are on call. What's this 18-year-old little girl, this sweet, lovely angel? What's she going to say when he starts actually working and doing long hours and he's on call? Exactly. It's just saying this young generation. I'm telling you, it's the truth, Valentina. I have no idea what the hell happened to this generation. Like, it makes me disappointed in my generation, because it's my generation raising these nitwits. Like, what the hell happened? I did not grow up with a bunch of people like this. How the hell did you allow your children to grow up like this? I sure as hell didn't. I'm not soft. I'm not one of those I'm not PC in any way. I don't give a shit who you are, what you are. I don't give a fuck. You don't have to like me. I don't have to like you. You have to respect me, though. And I have to respect you. That's all there is to it. There is a such thing as common decency, common courtesy, common respect. We don't have to like each other. We just have to be able to coexist. So again, I'll just get him a chastity belt. Sure, you're right. It is, right? What the hell happened? I did not grow up with people like this. Shut that door, please. I did not grow up with people like this. My people that I grew up with were just like me as kids. We were all assholes, but I just stayed one. They turned out to be lowlives, drug addicts, and I'm not knocking anybody, because all y'all know I was a junkie for a long ass time. But not anymore. I'm not spending my life in prison. Not spending, oh my gosh. All right, come on. Let everybody see Penelope. I get my son a carry case for Penelope, who, by the way, if any of y'all remember, she tries to attack me. So here we go. I think if I spin her around, she'll get dizzy and she'll like me. Anyway, Blow up doll. No, all night long you'll hear that noise. Magazine pages flipping. Nah, can't do it. Can't do it. I like when you said your story about you and Matt sat down and set boundaries, mutual respect. Like we did because we're the same person. Like I've always told him. Oops, sorry, Alice. I did not mean to step on you. I always told him when you meet yourself and the opposite sex, you met your soulmate. You know, and it's the truth. We're exactly alike. We are the same person, only he has a penis. And I don't. I mean, so we lived the same life, the same stories, you know, the same experiences. And we knew all of what it was going to be, how it was going to be. And my love about Don when yes. Hurry up, Matthew. Don't keep your wife waiting. Because the UPS man said he'd be back at a certain time if you didn't show up. Just kidding, baby. I love you. But I've been talking about you, and I did make fun of you a few times. Stan. It's always fun to tell stories about Matt, especially when he's not home, so I can't get that.
Remember when he blew up
that look? You know, when he's like.
Remember when he exploded the rat?
Or I get the. Because I said something that I shouldn't. Baby, I told them about, oh shit, I always catch you live, never met. Hey JD, I love you. Mwah. Kiss the family and the babies and everything. Judith, hey. That girl. I tell you what, girl, she should have learned just by talking to me that first night that I don't play these games, right? She should have fucking learned. She wants to now be a permanent part of his life. Think in the last 6 months, though. What's a date night? Date night is, tonight. I was actually going to ask Matt to go to dinner. And as I said it, he did. He's like, that's funny. I was thinking about it. So we're going to dinner. Hey, me. Got all done up. For the right cause. Buy me enough drinks, baby, and I'll make sure it's worth your time. I'm not a cheap date, though. I need to call JD before getting home. Of course I need to call JD before getting home. Put the little one down for the last night. Oh, my God. And the other one's here. I thought I met my soulmate, but he turned out to be they do that. And that's why Matt and I sat there and talked for months and weeks and, years, actually. We reconnected in 2015, and we got together in 2017, and we bought a house in 2019, and a month later we got married. We always jump into everything really fast. Always has been. Your bromance, I know. Good thing we don't live in the same state as him, or I'd have to worry. Yeah. Some people say gay for the stay. It ain't gay for the stay if the dude lives right next door. It's gay for the rest of your life, and the wife's just at home cooking me dinner. My man can deal with my crazy, so he's a keeper. My husband deals with my crazy rather well. I'm not saying he enjoys it, because I am not going to lie. I'm not easy to deal with when I'm happy. Piss me the fuck off and see how happy you are to deal with me. And my husband's done his fair share of pissing me off. Like I've done my fair share of pissing him off. And like I said, we're the same people. So when I tell you I'm an asshole, I'm not lying. But I'm also telling you that he's an asshole too. Did you live near my ex in Maine? No. I've never been in Maine. Ever. I want to love like y'all's one day. It's a good thing. And I can't even say that it's not, because we were so close before we got together that, I was his go-to. So I knew all his dirt, and he was my go-to. which means he knew all my dirt. So how do you get with somebody that you know everything about, right? Because there was no secrets between us.
Right.
Well, there were a couple on his side. However, if we didn't talk about it and set the boundaries and what we expect from each other and what we expect out of the relationship, then it wouldn't have worked. And that's a fact, because you know what? Fuck you, JD. Do you know the number one reason for a failed marriage or relationship is unmet expectations? The person you thought they were, they turned out not to be. The person you expected to be with isn't exactly who they are in real life. And that's not fair to you, and it's not fair to them. So you have to talk about what you want, what you expect, how you like things. Stupid shit. We used to play this game. I lived across the country, like random facts. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite flower? One thing that nobody else knows about you. Just like things like that. And that was something. Oh, you're fine, JD. I'm not mad at you. As easy as men are, relationships. Well, that is kind of easy. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, Patricia, you were just too good. You were too good. Thank you. Thank you so much. But you have to be open and be real and honest. And we've been through all the same shit. So if we had gotten together and it didn't work, I not only lose my boyfriend, I lose my best friend. And in return, he loses his best friend as well. Your confidant, your go-to, your everything. I mean, what was I without him and what was he without me? Yeah, we're still who we are. Like, I'm not going to fade away and die if I lost him tomorrow, and he wouldn't fade away and die if he lost me. Neither one of us would be happy. I'm not really sure how we would end up, what roads we would take, the path, the course, what we would do if we end up breaking up. It would probably end up bad for the both of us. I can honestly say that I think that we would both end up taking a turn for the worst, but not that kind of work. No. My date night is getting sleep. Oh my God. I don't sleep. I was up till 4:30 last night, and then I woke up at 8:15 this morning. I just can't sleep. I never can sleep. It sucks. But so yeah, that's how we got together. That's it. It's like all she wrote, But most people, you meet somebody, you hang out, you start fucking them. In a relationship, you might move in with each other, you might not. Break up, whatever. Nobody does it right. And then everyone wants to cry, I can't meet the right person. Men suck. Women are whores. Well, why don't you just stop fucking jumping down everybody's motherfucking pants? First sight that you have of them, and get to know the person. I mean, I lived across the country, so we had no choice. But I still lived in Florida almost 1 year before we got together. So we spent 1 whole year hanging out on and off, rekindling. He had to learn his lesson and keep fucking up a few more times before he was ready. But, at the end of the day, it happened. It was meant to be. It was always meant to be since we were 12. I was his first girlfriend, the first person he ever had feelings for, his first crush. I was an asshole. Broke his heart. He made it a point to tell the story about how I broke his heart at our wedding. But here we are. Lovely lady. You have, oh my gosh. All right, P, I love you. For some reason I thought, well, it is a long-term relationship as far as friendship. But no, we were like kid dating for like 2-3 weeks, and then we like stopped talking, and then we reconnected in 2015. We've never stopped our relationship since we rekindled. But as soon as we had the chance and we were able to, we got right back together, and that was it. I mean, I think I spent 2 weeks away from him since we got together. And the day that he came, I picked him up at the train station, and he spent 4 nights at my house. Our first night, we walked down the corner. I had an interview. Yes, JD. I met JD before anybody else. Matt was on the phone with me, and he's like, "No, I need to understand this. I need to understand." I'm like, "Matt, there's nothing that like you or your friends are gonna tell me that's gonna scare me. Like, you don't know what kind of bitch I am." And he's like, "Give me like half hour." Then I get a text. Get a number call you don't know. Answer it. Great. Here we go. Ring, ring. Don't know the number. Best I answer it. Boop. Hello. Hi, Noelle. I fucking hope so. Yeah? Who are you? JD, Matt's friend. I'm like, oh, hi, Matt's friend. What's up, JD? Matt wanted me to talk to you. Well, carry on. So he starts telling me, all this stuff. But he didn't even have to tell me. It's not like I really didn't need to hear from him or from anybody because, one, I live 20 hours away. I mean, there's no such thing as a long-distance relationship. Even if we wanted to try it, I can't tell you that I wasn't going to be fucking somebody else. I mean, everybody wants to get laid. A long-distance relationship, I can't cuddle with my phone. And he ain't going to cuddle with his phone. And I know damn well he was still going to go and get laid. That's just the way it goes. That's why when people tell me about long-distance relationships and, they're so wonderful, I just thought, a long-distance relationship is a great excuse to be really, really good fucking friends with somebody, but you can still whore around on the side. I wish I was. And it is, you know what? Click the link, JD. It is how it went. And you told me all about your experiences with Matt in and out of your vacation time, we'll say. What kind of person he is, what kind of heart he has, what kind of everything. And but I already knew it. And there was nothing like I needed to learn about him because, first of all, I grew up with him, so I already knew he was kind of an ass. I'm not Miss Innocent. I mean, thank you. Thank you very much. I love my purse. And my criminal history does not make me look like Mary Poppins. Yeah, paper doesn't make me look good. In fact, I might use one of my mugshots in one of my next lives as my thumbnail. Just for shits and giggles. See how much you like that. I can't. I wish we were there. I'd help you. I'd hug and love and cuddle the baby so much. We talked about having a baby, but we couldn't because I had to have a hysterectomy. But and that kind of like crushed my heart. When he's one night we're just laying there talking. He's like, I never wanted kids, but if I ever was going to have a baby, it would be with you. And I was just like, don't cry. So I didn't cry, but it really made me sad because I, that's like the one thing I couldn't give him. And that's, we talked about adopting and fostering and stuff like that, but it's never really the same. But it is what it is. All right, Valentina, good night. I'm tired of this shit. He was wanting to get you that. Darling, he's been wanting to get me since he was 12. Huh. Trust me. So, yeah. So that's just the way it is. But JD gave me, a lot of important insight from, I guess, a man's point of view, like what he thought about Matt. Other than what I thought about Matt and, you know, what he's told me and whatever. Like, you know, you hear about somebody from somebody else, you always have a different perspective, you know what I mean? So, like, you learn a little bit more. But I already knew who Matt was. I knew his heart. I knew his character. I knew that, you know, he'd been in and out of prison. I knew that he was stupid with the girls. I knew that he had his run with drugs. But so what? So did I. I was in and out. I've been arrested a billion times. In fact, since I've been with Matt, it's the longest. No, he had to bail me out once. It's officially been about 4 years since I have been arrested. And I can honestly tell you that this 4 years of not going to jail is the longest period of time I have ever gone my entire life without getting arrested. So there's that. I'm fucking 40. Matt has a lot more years out on the streets than I do. But Big Matt has issues, as do everyone does. So what? He actually pissed me off when I was in Pennsylvania. And we stopped talking for a little bit. And then I actually fucking had bought plane tickets to go and see Matt. Then dumbass goes to his mom's in the town we grew up with, where the little horse skank that he used to fuck around with for most of his life. He starts talking to her again, and we're gonna try and work it out. All the shit you done told me about her, and you're stupid enough to fucking turn around and work it out with her. And could you not put that shit on hold until after I came down and came back home again? Because you know what? I spent a lot of fucking money on your ass to come fly out there for nothing. Well, you didn't run her off. I did. Yeah, JD. Matt will tell you. I ran her right the fuck off. What up, truck driver? Trucker. I like truck driver better. Sounds better. But no, yeah, JD, you didn't run that skank off. I fucking ran her off. I tortured that bitch for fucking 3 days, and I was mad at Matt again. Another time, probably the second time in this whole time I've been talking to Matt since 2015 that I decided to say fuck you and stop talking to Matt. I think I put him on hold for like 2 months at that point. The fact where my best friend, who was his best friend's sister, which is how I met him, she calls me one day and she's like, Matt sent me a bunch of messages on Facebook. And he misses you. Keep talking. He's sorry. Okay? He wants to know if you'll reach out to him, send him a friend request, something. Okay. Thanks. That 2-3 weeks go by. Guess he got tired of waiting because he sent me a message. And then we started talking again. But the reason we stopped talking is at that point I was so mad at him because this freaking whore, she'd been messing with me for freaking years and years and years since I lived in fucking Pennsylvania. That bitch was messing with me. She'd call me and she'd be like, I know you're at Matt's house right now. I know you're fucking right now. Yeah. I'm not at Matt's house. But I am fucking him because he's got the biggest dick in the world because he can go from Florida to Pennsylvania. So yeah, baby, I'm fucking your man. Get the fuck over yourself, hoe. Anyway, this bitch fucked with me for fucking 2 years while I was up north. Came back home to Florida where I fucking live. That bitch does not fucking, she's younger than us. That's my motherfucking stomping grounds. Bitch, you weren't even born yet. I was living here. I will fuck you all up. I'll scrub the road with your goddamn face. Fuck you, JD. I'm not a liar. Ask Matt. One thing that he always said, he's like, say whatever you want to her, but do me one favor. I'm like, what? He's like, don't lie to her. I ain't gonna lie to her. I'm not a fucking liar. I don't care enough about anybody's idea or thoughts or feelings to make up a lie. I have seen Matt naked probably more than you. Not by choice. Believe me, I know it's not by choice. He likes to run through the house naked. My kids probably have seen him naked more than you at this point. But so I come home and the bitch knows I'm here because Matt made it a point to tell her I was home. And made it a point to tell her that he hung out with me one night. So what she do? Go on Instagram and see pictures of us together. Didn't do that in person. And so she starts hitting me up, Facebook, Instagram, message, this, that, the next thing. Bitch had my number saved in a phone from like years prior. Ring, ring. Hey, Matt, what are you doing, darling? Yep. Guess who's calling me? I need a name. Gertrude. We'll call her Gertrude. He's like, who's calling you? I said, your whore Gertrude is calling me. He's like, oh, God. I'm like, is this her name, right? And I gave her her full name. He is like, crickets, quiet, silent. I'm like, the bitch won't fucking stop, Matt. I'm dropping soap on purpose. I'm like, she ain't stopping. I'm like, you need to fucking tell her. And so Matt called her. He's like, don't fuck with Noelle. You met your match. She is not the one. You will be sorry. Like, and he's always told everybody that Noelle is not the fucking one to fuck with. Don't fuck with her. That just infuriated the little whore even more. So little Gertrude comes back, calling and typing and fucking around with me. I'm like, Matt, I just gave her my address because she won't shut the fuck up. I told her she'd come talk to me in person. He's like, she ain't gonna come. I said, I know, that was like 3 hours ago and she's still fucking yapping at me. I'm like, what's her address? Crickets. So I said his full name, Matthew, blah, 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 blah. What the fuck is her address? Nothing. Didn't tell me nothing. I got you. Not only am I suspending you, you're in timeout now, motherfucker. Click. Didn't talk to him for like 2 months. But I had so much fucking fun lying to that bitch. Oh, yes, I did. The first time I ever fucking lied to anybody, multiple times, for hours, for days. She stopped fucking talking to me after like the first fucking, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours of me rubbing in all this amazing fucking made up fantasy bullshit. Every hour I'd be like, random fact, Matt and I. Just think of it. Make it sound real good. A little twist, make it nice and kinky and freaky and fucking shit that bitch would never think about doing. Let alone want to hear that Matt's doing with me. And then she's like, she actually comes back at me like the second day in of me torturing the bitch. And Matt now he's texting me because I'm not returning his calls. He's like, Noelle, she might end up committing suicide. He's like, you got her fucking going crazy. He's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but you need to stop. Well, bitch, you're still in fucking timeout. So 0 response. And then I went back to my phone. Hey, Gertrude. Matt and I were just talking. We made some really hot plans for this weekend. You want to hear about them? I mean, everything from the way he looked, the way he felt, the way his body was, the noises he makes in bed, the dirty fucking things he would say to me, which was all a lie. Yeah, absolute lie. Made it all the fuck up. Now, however, I did fuck him like once when we hung out, but it was like I had to like, I'll tell that story in a minute. Anyway, he at one point he's texting me. He's like, the bitch is fucking crying. She's hysterical. She's crying about how I don't like her, about I don't love her, all this shit. And I'm just like looking at it and I'm like, keep fucking with me, both of y'all. Like, you should just give me your goddamn address. And she wouldn't be doing this. She wouldn't be able to type. She wouldn't have fucking hands that work. Sure as shit wouldn't be able to talk because your fucking jaw be watered shut. You didn't want to let me play fair? Do it the right way? Gertrude got a whole fucking 3 days worth of Noel made up fucking lies. And oh man, I made him sound like the most amazing sex god in the fucking world. You know what she does? She comes back at me. She's like, I just talked to him on the phone. He said that not only is he Noel, you were just shut up, G. He's like, she's flipping out and she's crying. And she's like, what do you mean that you don't like me? You don't love me? Go suck a dick, bitch. So, you know what? She deserved it. Oh, he should have just gave me her address, JD, and I would have whooped her ass and it would have been over with. He didn't want to fucking give me her address. He nutted up. The bitch was too scared to come see me. Wanted to keep running her dick sucker. I had to get her one way. One way over another. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you. I got her. So she calls me and she does like the voice text. I just talked to him on the phone and he said that he would never, oh God, I can't remember word for word, so don't quote me. But basically along the lines of, I would never fuck Noelle because she's an ugly bitch. Push the button. Voice text. Sweetheart, not only has he already fucked me, but the one thing he would never say about me is that I'm ugly. You want to hear all the things he said about you, though? Release the voice message. Send. She stopped fucking with me right then and there. Never came back around. For until Matt and I got together and he moved in with me. That's when she started coming back and decided to fuck with me. So I saved her numbers and randomly, like after she stopped bothering me because she realized she couldn't bother me, I just call her up out of the blue. Hey, bitch, you remember who I am? Does my voice sound familiar? You know, I know what Matt and I are doing right now. Matt and I got married. I sent her a picture of my wedding invitation. After we got married, I sent her pictures of our wedding pictures. You know, how happy we are, how amazing I looked, and how fucking smashing he looked in his talks. Oh, my God. Talk about wanting to rip a motherfucker's clothes off right there in front of everybody. Yeah. Damn, he looked good. So I sent those pictures to her, too. It's all fair. All fair. Fuck with me. And then we'll fight and move along. Well, how do you fight somebody you can't touch because you can't find a bitch? Lace up or get it another way. What do you want me to say? You can fuck with me, you're going to fuck with me all you want to, but you know what? At the end of the day, you're still going to get fucked up by me one way or another. So, my story. First night, Matt and I hang out. After I got back, I pick him up. We go and have a couple drinks. And immediately I knew nothing is fair but darn let shit go. I let it go. It's gone, done, been over. In fact, I became friends with her after a while. That's right. Ask Matt about the time that we went over to her house and we visited her. Ask him how awkward that felt. At least for him. I smiled. Cheshire cat. It was great. So, hanging out with Matt, having a couple drinks and appetizers before we go to meet my friend. And our friend, he had pre-gamed because I could immediately tell that he was definitely not without some alcohol in his system. So I'm like, you're fucking drunk. He's like, no, I'm not. Yeah, you are. You're drunk. You came to me drunk. You made me pick you up drunk. He's like, all right. I was nervous, so I had to calm down. I'm like, all right, I'll give you that. I don't know, you're nervous, big pussy, but I'll give you that. Well, 3 bars later, we go back to my friend's house and we're all hanging out, which was the girl, my best friend, his best friend's sister that introduced us. We go over to her house and Matt goes, there's a couch. And he goes and plops down on the couch. I'm just like, all right. Sorry. He's already snoring. I'm taking his shoes off. Put his shoes better. I said, can I leave him here and come back in a little bit? She's like, what you gotta do? I'm like, oh, I gotta change, take a shower. I'll be back, I promise. She's like, I gotta be at work at whatever, 7, I think it was. So I'll be back way before then. Go back to her house. He's still snoring. She's, waiting for me. Go and hang out with her or whatever. He gets up. He's like, I need to piss. Where's the bathroom? So she shows him, which he ended up having to walk through her master bedroom to get to the bathroom. Comes out of the bathroom all fucked up. He's like, ugh, there's a bed. And he gets under the blankets. He goes fucking right back to sleep. She's like, I have to leave. I'm like, all right, Steph, I got this. She's like, how are you going to get this? You can't pick him up. I can't. You're right. But I got this. She's like, all right. She stands back like this in her work clothes because she don't think I got this. Walked over, sat down next to him, started rubbing his head and his back. I said, hey, Matt, you want to fuck me? He's like, so get the fuck up and come on. And that, my friends, is the story of how he got laid by me the first time. I had to lure him out of my friend's house with sex. And then after I fucked him, I'm like, all right, put your pants on. I'm bringing you home. Sorry, not sorry, babe. I know you're watching. You're hustling like a motherfucker. You were so down to earth. I feel like I'm just talking with a bite. Thanks, Leslie. I'm happy you're here. Hi. Mwah. Anyway, so my ear hustling husband, you'd be like, you told that story. I'm going to get the fucking daggers. I don't care. Give me daggers when you want to. Just take me out to dinner. We'll be straight. It'll be good. You ain't going to die. But yeah. So later on, my friend calls me. Oh, so I bring him home. I'm like, all right, bye. I give him a kiss. And we're in his mom's driveway because he came to go visit his mom. He's like, no, you got to come in. Say what? He's got to come in. You got to meet my mom, my grandma, my mom's husband. Like the whole fucking family's there. Like all of them. Like I just rolled out of bed. I'm like, I threw on pajama, like just a t-shirt and some sweatpants. Fresh fucks. Got the hair, fresh fuck look. And I have to go in and meet his family. And that's how I met his parents for the first time and his grandma. Great first impression, right? So I'm like, right, I gotta go. Like 15 minutes and I was out. I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? What just happened? Like, have you ever had a one-night stand and then you meet their parents? That was a first for me. Anyway. Thus is the beginning of our relationship. As he's texting me. Let's see if I'm in trouble. I'm not sure if you're listening or if you're not, so I'm just going to text you back. Okay. I love you. Kissy face. Heart. Send. Anywho, yeah, that was that. Walk of shame. Nah, bitch. I never do a walk of shame. Walk of disbelief. What the fuck just happened? There's no shame in my game. And not even that much. Why you think it's damaged goods but no regrets? Thank you. I had my hair done today. I hope my husband doesn't mind. Well, I'm not going to tell him how much I spent, especially since I want to go out to eat tonight. But yeah. Just heard some of this about you and your husband. Bust out laughing. Yeah, well, it started out about my son and me talking about killing his first girlfriend ever. And all right. I love it when a man tells me what to do. I got 2 minutes. It's a fucking typical man for you right there. 2 minutes. 2 pumps and a wiggle. Thanks, champ. Great job. JD, don't keep me waiting too long. So, as I said earlier, I met JD because of Matt, because Matt made him call me, and he's fixing to click that link. Hey, Luca. Mwah. Thank you. I am nothing but honest. Unless you fuck with me and you happen to be my old man's ex and you don't want to meet me in person, get your ass beat, then I'm going to hurt your feelings however I can. A walk of disbelief. But an old biker called it the walk of shame. I used to say walk of shame. And then I realized I don't have any shame. I don't give a shit. Like, I did it because I wanted to. Why should I be ashamed of it? Like, what is there for me to actually, like, really regret and be ashamed of? So what? I lured him out of my friend's house so she can go to work on time with sex. Wasn't the best first time ever for either of us. Because, you know, he was still drunk, hungover, and nervous. And I just did what I had to do. If any adults haven't said, want to fuck and fell in love, then they ain't living. Yeah, that's true. I say that to them all the time. Nice shoes, want to fuck. It used to be fun, though. Like, I would, like, sext him. Or, you know, talk dirty to him or send him pictures, and he'd be like, he'd go to the bathroom and he'd be like, you cannot just send me that picture. He's like, I'm in a safety meeting at work. He's like, and all I did was open the phone, had to hide it real quick so nobody saw what the fuck you just sent me. He's like, and then instant boner. He's like, do you know what it's like to sit through a safety meeting surrounded by guys and you have a boner? You're welcome. Yeah. Now I get the heart emoji. Or nice tits. Or thanks. Really? 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 That's what I get now? Guess what? Honeymoon's over, folks. It's all right. It's okay. I don't mind. He's still amazing. Order lingerie. Actually, I love this channel. I'm just rolling about the ex-girlfriend you were freaking. I'm telling you what. Don't fuck with me. And Matt told her she is not the one. Bitch learned. Then she called me one day crying. What's up, Gertrude? Which clearly is not her name. Who the fuck names her kid Gertrude? Sorry. I don't know if any of y'all have family or whatever that's named fucking Gertrude, but I mean, just imagine. Hey, Gertie. Yeah, I would be really embarrassed if I was named Gertrude. Well, if I pissed you off, kind of my bad. I just said it anyway. Like I said, I'm an asshole. But yeah, so I get a text from Matt. He's like, Gertrude just sent me a text. I have no idea what the fuck she's talking about. And I was like, okay. No worries. No, you didn't click the link. You're not in my waiting room. I just dropped it again. So he's sending me screenshots at this point of what she's texting him and he's not answering. And next thing you know, my phone's ringing. And I'm getting texts, and it's her. And okay, get out of there. It says your device is not connected. They will need to connect their mic and camera before you can add them to the stream. So get with the program. I just burped, my bad. So yeah, she's going and going and going about her issues that she's having with her relationship and this, that, and the next thing. Is that where Trudy? Maybe Trudy, Gertie, Gertrude. Maybe that could very well be. So yeah, after about 20 minutes of reading her sob story, I just like sent her a picture of Matt and I. And then I hear, will you stop it? I need someone to talk to. So I'm like, this bitch gotta be high right now. Of all the people in the world, you want to talk to, you want a shoulder to cry on, you want fucking sympathy from, and you called me? You done dumped your whole motherfucking head. You just bumped that shit on the ground. The whole fucking thing. You just head banged and rattled and rolled your whole fucking head if you thought I was the one. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. Think. Ring, ring, ring. Hello? I'm like, what the fuck do you want? And she's just like, Noelle, if you could just stop hating me for 5 minutes, you might not hate me so much. You realize you called me for 2 years when I lived 22 hours away, accusing me of fucking Matt. Yeah, I remember. You remember me hurting your feelings for days and days and days because you wouldn't shut the fuck up. And you wanted to threaten me, but you wouldn't show up. And you wouldn't tell me your that's all I mean. I wonder why. You should just be able to click it and it'll let you right in. And she's like, I just need to talk. I'm like, all right, go ahead. And she's like, you promise you don't hate me? No, Gertrude, I don't fucking hate you. She's like, I don't need to be judged right now. Okay. Men can get off in 1 minute or 20 minutes if they want. Yeah, I know. And she's going and going and going. No, I'm sitting here not judging her, not talking nasty to her, listening to her sob story. I'm like, all right. Well, you know what, Gertrude? This is the best advice I can give you. We talked for about 3 hours. Matt's like, you still fucking talking to her? I'm like, yeah, she fucking needs somebody with like a level mind to fucking talk to her. And she decided I was the one. I'm going to get a tattoo that says, I am not the one. Just so people fucking know. So anyway. The next day, your imitation of her, yes, girl, you. Thanks, Leslie. The next day, ring, ring. Ring, ring. That's like, who's that? It's Gertrude. Boop. Hello. Noelle! Oh, my fucking good grief. Go fucking to a confession or some shit. What the fuck you doing calling me, girl? Yes, hey, Gertrude, how are you? I'm like, boop. Put the bitch on mute. I'm like, Matt, fucking call her. And he's like, I don't want to fucking talk to her. I'm like, she's fucking calling me. She's calling me for advice and shit. Yes, I'm classy. I know I ain't. I'm not really that classy. I don't give a fuck either. Matt didn't want a fucking classy broad, or he wouldn't have married me. You know, I think he knew what he was getting into. Trust me, he done did. But absolutely correct. We are both very lucky to have each other. We keep each other grounded, out of trouble, and on the right path. We wouldn't have gotten this far in life on our own without each other. There's nobody else that would have made me get where I'm at, and there's nobody else that would have made him get where he's at. So, class or no class, it works. I'm not sure when the last time you seen Matt have couth was, but in case you missed it, he took a shit on a live last night about the burp. Shit. I can burp on command, so keep fucking with me. So, about 3-4 days of Gertrude calling me, she stopped crying. It was like, hey, what are you doing, Noelle? It's like, oh, God, this is what I needed, a fucking friend. Like, oh, you know, got laundry going, sweeping the floors, fixing them up in a minute, full clothes. I'm like, oh, look at the time. I could talk to you until about whatever time, because that's when Matt goes on break and he calls me. She's like, okay, will you call me back after you hang up? How long is he going to be on break for? Like 15 minutes, I guess. So no, I didn't call her back. She called me back. It's like 15 and a half minutes later. Anyway, months later, Matt's like, is she still really calling you? Yes. And when you're not calling and talking on the phone, you're texting. Like, yeah, I know. He's like, you guys friends? It's a good question. I didn't think about that. He's like, you're fucking friends with her. I'm like, yeah, I guess I am. Yeah, I really don't hate her as much as I used to. He's like, you're friends with Gertrude. The girl that fucked up my life for all those years. He's like, I'm supposed to be okay with that? Are you okay with that, babe? Not really. Brink. Oh, she just texted me. Look at this cute picture with her and the dog. He's like, that was my fucking dog. I know all about it. I heard the story from you and from her. Blah, blah, blah. Look at how good she is. I mean, at least look at the dog. Look here. I'll even cover her face. You don't have to see her. Just look at the puppy. I mean, like, I am level-minded, JD. I can be. Anywho. Yeah. About a year and a half later, we go home to visit family. And she texts me. She's like, are you guys really in town? Because you're going to be. I'm like, yeah. She's like, stop over. Okay. Hey, Matt. Yeah. We have to go to Gertrude's house. He's like, what? What? We got to go. What? He like stuttered. I don't even think he was speaking English at that point. Like, I think he fucking learned a whole new language. I'm like, well, you know where she lives, right? He's like, well, yeah. He's like, her parents hate me. I'm like, no, they're over it. They like you now. They have no problem with you. She don't have a problem either. He's like, so we got to go to her house? But yeah, I just told her we're gonna be on the way. And he's like, you mean now? I'm like, yeah, fucking, we're going right now, man. Go. So we go, and he's talking to her mom and dad. I met the parents. Super cool. Dad has a few screws loose, but we all do. Done did. Haven't heard that since I left Florida. Yeah, well, I'm a Floridian. He pulls up in the drive, and the mom sees us out the window pull up, and she's like, hey. I'm like, hey, my name's Noelle, and I'm here to see Gertrude. Nice to meet you. And then she's like, okay. Well, Gertrude did mention a friend was coming over. So, yeah, come on in. And who gets out of the car and walks up behind me? Ahem. Oh, hey, Matt. You and Noelle are... I'm like, yeah, that's my husband. You know him, right? He only lived with them for an hour and a half fucking long. God, I should have knows that needed. So yeah. Now we walk in the house, and he goes and talks to the dad, and we'll call him Dave. So he's talking to Dave, and we'll call her Marianne, her mom. So he's talking to Dave and Marianne. And I walk back, and I'm chilling, talking to Gertie. She's like, I thought she was going to, like, suffocate me. Like, all those years of torture, and she's strangling me with a hug. I can't breathe, help. Oh, but yeah, it was cool. We sat there, we bullshitted. Matt, met in fences with the parents, Marianne and Dave. And, all right, darling, mwah, kiss the family for us. And Matt said that he wants to talk to you, so expect a call. Next thing I hear is, babe. Yes. What are you doing? I'm talking to Gertrude. Come on. And he's like, where you at? In her room. So here he comes. You just hear the scuffing of the feet. Like a little boy just got sent to timeout. He walks in. Says nothing. Walks over. Posts up against the dresser. He's like, what's up, Gertrude? She's like, hey, Matt. And I'm like, isn't this great, guys? Oh, my God, we're all together. Yeah, it was great for me. The awkwardness. You could have cut through that shit with a fucking butter knife, a plastic knife. You could have, man, I could have built a house with the awkwardness in that room. But I loved it. And then, yeah, we're talking about this, that, and the next thing. The plans that we had, whatever. And her and I are talking literally. I am not crazy. So, anywho, they were really weird. I'm like, dude, you used to fuck her. I'm like, there's no weirdness after you see her fucking naked for all those years. And he literally was with her on and off for years and years and years. Get over yourself. Just get over yourself. But whatever. So it was time to leave. And Matt's like, all right, we gotta go, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right. And I gave her, I'm like, all right, Gertrude, it was great meeting you in person. Finally, I'm so happy we became friends. Yay. Sister love. I'm like, all right, baby, I'm gonna go talk. What's her name? Marianne. So Marianne, in the front foyer, and we're, I'm just gonna wait for you. And he's like, okay. I figured, after all these years, maybe he wanted to, like, I don't know, have a moment to, like, say something. Fuck if I know, right? No hard feelings, this, that, and the next thing. Anyone who survives prison being functional is a little crazy. God is great. Beer's good. And people are crazy. Yeah. So, talking to them, hanging out with them, the parents by the front door. I gave them, their minutes alone. And the last thing I hear him say is, hey, Gertrude, take care of yourself, okay? And she didn't respond. I'm like, well, that was awkward. I wonder if I should have not left them alone. Like, would it have been less awkward had I stayed? Fuck if I know. Fuck if I cared. So he's like, hey, Gertrude. She's like, yeah, Matt. He's like, take care of yourself. She's like, yeah, I will. And he walks out and he goes and says goodbye to Dave and Marianne. And I leave. That was nice, wasn't it, babe? Yeah, it was great. I figured you'd think so. We just carried on. Kept on keeping on for the rest of our trip. And then I get a text. My parents think you are just so lovely. And they just, they're so happy we became friends. And they are so happy that you and Matt are together because they see a huge change in him from when they last saw him until now. They're proud of him and they're proud of you. Like, oh my God, look, babe, look what she said. And he thought that was pretty cool because he had a lot of history and shit with them. But yeah, that's how that went. First she hated me. Then I threatened her. And then I emotionally and mentally tortured her. To the point where she hysterically called everybody under the sun and then came to me for advice one day. And now we're friends. However, it's like an on and off friendship. Oh, good night, Luca. Thanks for stopping in. You've been up since 1:50 a.m. That sucks. I fell asleep I went to bed at 4:30 and I woke up at 8:15. So I got a few hours. So I'm not held responsible for it. I already know that you cannot be held responsible for anything you say. And I do not take offense to it. Even if sometimes I want to punch you right in the kisser. She's still, junked out. And she was back and forth with her asshole boyfriend. We'll call him Chuck. When her and Chuck are together, they're all fucked up and junked out. So I won't hear from her when her and Chuck are together. But when her and Chuck break up, she goes back to her mom and dad's house for a couple months. And then, the calls and the texts never stop. But then she goes back to Chuck again. I think Chuck's going to end up overdosing. I hate to say that about anybody because I don't want that for anybody. However, I think that that's the path that he's going on. And I think it's going to be a damn shame if it happens because, if I can get clean, anybody can get clean. And that's the truth. And Matt got clean. And you got two junkies that are clean and they're together in a relationship and we're actually more stable than a lot of other people that we know. I think we're doing pretty good, huh? I think we're doing good. But I don't know what'll happen to Gertie if good old Chucky ends up taking a hot shot and not waking up. Fairly sure. Hey, check-in, what's up? Smashed it. Thank you. Love to everybody. Truly amazing. How are you, darling? So, yeah. We'll see how that goes. But I told Matt, too, I'm like, if Gertie ends up taking that hot shot, we have to go to her funeral. He's like, what? Why? I'm like, because we have to. I'm like, for one, y'all were together for a long time. You loved her. You don't have to love her now. You still care about her. You're never going to lose feelings for someone you've been with for 12 years. Well, or with for 12 years on and off. He'd probably still be on and off with her if it wasn't for me. He literally completely cut her off when he and I got together. And then he moved in like 3 weeks later. So I like to take credit for the fact that Matt is a much better person and better off than where he would have been. Even if it wasn't with me, I still would have been happy that he turned his life around and was doing good. I'm new here. Oh, my husband sent you. Oh, and voices. I love her. I check in with her, not as often as I should, but I adore her. She's an awesome chick. I'm happy you're here, though. It's awesome to meet ya. Damn, saved me a cowboy. Oh. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But it's just that thing, like you're happy for the person, whether they're with you or with somebody else, as long as they're prospering and they're doing better in life. Like that's all I ever wanted for him. We always wanted to be together. We always wanted to have something, but we were just so much alike. We had no idea if we would work out or what to expect. And he's gone. So hi babe. Hey babe, you're on speaker, we're live.
What?
You're on speaker, we're live.
You are.
Can you? I don't know if they can hear. I have been ready for hours.
My 5 minutes. I don't know till the camera's over. Mom, I love him.
He says he loves y'all. Hey, were you ear hustling at all? Did you hear the story I told about when we went to Gertrude's house?
I heard little bits of pieces, but if I wasn't really commenting.
That's because you were too busy lifting iron.
I don't want to put on the only thing I can do is put speakerphone because they got the music going in the gym and shit,
Yeah, no, I get it. Somebody's cutting something with a saw. Somebody's doing some construction down the road. All I hear is a saw. Oh, the guy that I almost bought the motorcycle off of, he's doing. What?
You didn't feel the house like that? That damn bulldozer?
Across the street?
Yeah. Do your thing, and I'll see you in a minute if you want to.
Okay. All right. I love you, baby. See you in a bit. Call JD. Bye. Anyway, my baby. I love him. Oh, thank you for subbing to us. We definitely, absolutely 100% appreciate each and every one of our YouTube family members. Y'all are amazing. I mean, I don't think that, like, people are just like, oh, they're my subs. Or, I feel like when you say, oh, my subs, it's kind of like an insult. You're not subs. Like, you take time out of your life to spend sometimes 2-3 hours with me, just bullshitting with me. You're a sub, your family, your friends. I appreciate you guys because I love you. Well, you guys taught me some things. I love the ones that disagree with me for one reason or another and will click the link and then I have been hit harder. I love when y'all click the link and tell me why you disagree with me, but then I understand your perspective and now I have a different point of view. Whether I end up agreeing or not completely with you, I then see it from 2 different angles. So you guys are awesome. I just need real, but I'm so sick of it. I'm telling you, I stopped watching other people's content after the bullshit with those people. I refuse to get close to another creator that I don't know. I don't want to get sucked into their bullshit. And I used to really watch and be involved. I wanted to learn. I wanted to see what it was about. I wanted to be involved. I wanted to be part of, what was going on in the community. The streets of YouTube have a lot of different, people and ideas and thoughts. And I can't. I gave up. I'm like, fuck this bullshit. Like, y'all motherfuckers who are actually supposed to fucking be friends, who like I talk to on a daily, you're nothing but a bunch of fucking scumbag, lint-licking whores. So fuck all that. Noelle is a poet of Matt, so she is real. Yeah, a part. I'm assuming you mean part. Big Matt and I are as real as you can. Well, see, you are real, and I like it. I enjoy it because you're not afraid to say what you are about and what you think, and you've disagreed with me plenty of times. Is what it is. Matt, he's a little abrasive, headstrong. Not everybody likes him. Who cares? You have to respect him. And even if you don't respect him, you're not fucking 9 out of 10 times you're not brave enough to fucking tell him about anything to his face. Again, you're proven women are nuts. Oh, bite me. Yeah. All right, here's a story. Matt wanted me to meet a really good friend of his that he grew up with. And I gotta think of a name. We'll go with Trevor. I'm just renaming everybody tonight. It's because Matt's been like this his whole life, but not as brazen. But when you do that much time, it changes you and makes you a little bit stronger and more forward and abrasive. I think that's just the way it is. Me, I've always been an asshole. I'm not afraid to admit it. So he brings me to meet Trevor. Well, little did I know, I was walking into a fucking trap house. I literally, within 5 minutes, Trevor gives me a hug. His asshole, we'll go with Amber, girlfriend, stoned, gives me a hug, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Matt's like, I'm so sorry. I had no idea what the fuck was going on. Like, they both gave me a hug, and then they shut up in front of me. Great friends. I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. As I'm walking out, dude's banging on the door. And they start like running and hiding because they're fucking scared. I'm like, what the fuck is this all about? They're like, ah! Like, got this. Walk to the door. I cracked it open. I'm like, yo, they said get the fuck out of here. And he smashes the door open in my chest. I say, fuck you, bitch. Flipped open a knife. I said, call me a bitch one more time, motherfucker. I never seen a man run away from me so fast in his fucking life. So what do? Fucking start chasing the road, cussing him out. Then all of a sudden I hear, no, well. Fucking tuck the tail between my legs. Yeah. Give me the fucking knife. What? It's like, I'm in there trying to make sure that they're not killing themselves. And someone walks in and says, your old lady just chased the dude down the road with a knife. Handed it to him. Pissed as fuck. Walked in there. I'm like, y'all a bunch of motherfucking snitches. Yeah. That's how that night went. So, he knows I'm crazy. He knew I was crazy from day one, but he got to see how much crazier I got over the years. When I still lived up north, after the whole, I bought the plane tickets and then he started banging the Gertrude again. So I lost the plane tickets because I was like, fuck that. I ain't coming. Well, I ended up getting arrested. My parents ended up bailing me out. I told them just to leave me there, but they couldn't do it. And I was still planning to go to Florida just to visit my friends. My plane would have got home the day for my court date. But get bailed out of jail, you leave the state, you jump bond. My parents fucking stayed with me for 4 weeks. 4 weeks, a whole entire month, stayed with me. Just to make sure I didn't go to Florida and visit my friends. Like, I'll be home the day before. It's fine. I wasn't fine. So I lost a lot of money. So he texted me back one day and he's like, listen, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I was wrong. Will you forgive me? You know. Okay. What's up? How you been? What you been up to? Bullshitting. What have you been up to? 1 second, please. Click. Send. He's like, what the fuck did you do? I made the front page of the newspaper in a small town. When I say small town, there was like 2,000 people in my town. Everyone knew who everyone was. Yeah. Oopsie. Famous in a small town. So that's why when he had JD call me, I'm like, what is he going to tell me? Like, what do I need to know? Like, what is he going to tell me? That you've been in jail? I just got out of jail. I go to court to see if I'm going back. Is what it is. I need the two of you to put my son-in-law's brother in check. That boy cannot stay out of prison. It's hard. It's hard not to, especially when you're in there for a long amount of time. You have to come out and you have to readjust to life on the streets again, and it's just, it's like a culture shock. You live all day, every day for years under someone else's thumb, under a time frame. You do this when I say, do that when I say, and then you're out and you're just like, what the fuck? Sometimes it's not easy to stay out. Sometimes it's all you know. You can't really hate them for that, but you can try to give them guidance and be a good influence. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's their choice to do better and become better, stay clean if they're on drugs, stay out of jail, get a job. It's really stupid to think about it like that, because it should be easy. A normal person thinks it's easy, but it's not. Not a lot of people like alphas now. You have two alphas living in under one roof in my house. Oh, talk about button heads. But yeah, hopefully the son-in-law's brother gets his shit in order and he stays out, because that would be the best case scenario. I mean, I'd like to see everybody get, do good and be better. Not everyone's capable of doing it, unfortunately. They're just not strong enough. Just like Gertrude. It's probably been about 6 months since I've heard from her. I don't even know if she's alive. But you know what? The one thing I say, which JD may or may not agree with, is all you could do is put positive vibes out there into the world and pray for them. Wish no harm on anybody ever for any situation. You just want to sit there and see everybody get better and do better, whether you like the person or not. Just imagine if everybody we knew, whether we liked them, loved them, or hate them, got their shit straight and right in order and started living right. That'd be awesome, right? The world would be a better place. We would be surrounded by a bunch of fucking assholes. We would. I just lied to you. Sorry. We would, but it'd be better. It would be a better place. What up, Alan? So yeah, that's what it is. And what I really, really think is that he needs to have more faith in himself, because if he doesn't have faith in himself, he's never going to do better or get better. And that goes for not just him, that goes for everybody. So That's what you can do. That's all you can do. And, at the end of the day, have faith. Alan thinks I'm trash. Thank you. If you think that you came here and actually thought you could talk shit and hurt my feelings, I promise you, darling, you are sadly mistaken. But I do appreciate the fact that you took your time out of your life, not only come here and give me some minutes, give me some time on my channel, because that shit helped. You also commented, which helped. You just helped my algorithm, right? So good job being a douchebag. And oh, by the way, you still didn't fucking hurt my feelings, bruh. So take that. Anywho, I wasn't sure since you responded. Sorry. Listening. Well, I'll tell you some of your. Okay. I listened to you tell some of your life. I am 16 years like when we were living because my husband who passed. I'm so sorry he's passed. Was in for a long stretch. Really, 5 in Rikers, 5 times, 15 in Leavenworth. Damn. I'm sorry that it sucks that he's gone. That's a long time out of his life to live away behind the wall. What's up in Georgia, Alabama? I'm up north. Damn. Matt, I think, is outside unloading wood.
He said he's ready to go.
Did he shower? What's he doing?
What's up?
All right. Well, guys, I guess that's my calling. Hubby is awaiting me. I'm sorry you couldn't click and get through, JD. I do appreciate being called trash. Once again, another compliment from another person that thinks they can hurt my feelings. Sorry, not sorry. It doesn't fucking work. And like I said, all you did was help me in the long run. So you take that there, my darling Alan. And I hope that you come back and try to fuck with me again. Because if anything, it'll just upset you more than it'll upset me. On that note, I am going to say goodnight to all of my lovely friends and family out there. And nice to meet you too, darling. And I will see you again shortly because I do have another story to tell. And you know what? It will be slightly trashy. So stay tuned. Y'all have a good night.